who I could only hope to be. If we had the conversation to know exactly what he say to me, what he say to me. He would say you'll be alright if you know where to turn to. You lose this fight if you don't ever learn to keep it in balance and always know you can only get higher if you've been low. He said you'll be alright if you live in the moment. Don't give up on life, it's your only opponent. You can only be honest. I make you this promise. I can't fall asleep. I just lay in my bed wondering if there's anybody, or if I was born to be lonely. I've been trying, but I'm burned out from my feelings, setting fires, just hoping that you'll notice me. Oh, I'm sending out an SOS from the sinking in my soul. Oh, and I just need you to know I'm sending smoke signals, 'cause I've been feeling so alone. I'm losing hope. Can anybody see me? I've been on my own for so long that I'm scared that I might never find someone to take me home. So I'm sending. Stuck on a loop, going mad thinking that I could have missed all the cues. Yeah, my ship is set sail and I'm stranded. Now I'm lost in the thought that something is wrong and it's not my fault that no one seems to care to know me. I care that I'm here abandoned. I'm sending smoke signals, 'cause I've been feeling so alone. I'm losing hope. Can anybody see me? I've been on my own for so long that I'm scared that I might never find someone to take me home. So when's it gonna be my turn? Will I ever find my place? Wishing you would call me yours, but I'm just another castaway. When's it gonna be my time? I can feel it coming close. Maybe if I start another fight.